All rise. Honorable Judge Gene Clemens, residing once again. Thank you for joining me as always. Thank you to the Athletic Fantasy. All of the people who made the column popular this year, we really do appreciate you. And this is just another extension of that, giving you an opportunity to settle your disputes under one rule. So let's get to it. Our first one comes from Johnny R. It says, I'm in a 10-team league and we're eliminating 2 before the playoffs. I am mathematically out of the playoffs, even with 1 game left. However, there are 2 teams that didn't make any moves this past couple of weeks, going as far as having inactive players in their lineup. It's a friendly league, and I'm pretty new there, so I don't want to upset the other ones. But I think it's not fair that they make the playoffs and also help other teams with their weak lineups. I, for example, played them when they were still active. Furthermore, I think playoffs with active players are more fun. Should I ask the league manager to promote me for the playoffs or just take the L and strike back next season? So here's the thing, right? You always have to side with taking the L. You always have to side with the fact that you got to take the loss if you've lost. You cannot control how people move. The one thing that you can control is whether or not you want to be involved in that league next year. For me, I look at a league, especially if it's supposed to be a fun league, I look at a league this way. If it's a fun league, then it's a fun league because everybody's active. If everyone isn't active in a fun league, then it's not fun. Why am I doing it? Right? Now, if there's money involved and you don't want to be active, that's on you. Because there's money involved, because there's wagers, because there's some type of risk, right? But if it's a friendly league, you need to be involved and or don't be involved in the league. So I would rule that you should not go to the commissioner and say, hey, I want to be involved. I want to be involved in the playoffs. But what you should do is you should look into getting into another league. Next case. We'll go over here to Zach S. And it says 12-team, 2-division, Superflex Dynasty League. Playoff teams draft 7 through 12 depending on their finish. 1 to 6 by max PF or non-playoff teams. I'm tied for first place in my division due to a combination of incredible luck plus a very bad division. It's shaping up for me to either win the division and get a bye, meaning picking no higher than 9, or potentially losing week 14, not win the division and pick 3rd or 4th in the 24 on rookie draft, where I desperately need a quarterback as I'm already down to the point of starting Jake Browning in the SF spot. I have no confidence in being able to actually win the championship. Can I bench Deebo Samuel for KJ Osborne, Dallas Goedert for Tucker Kraft, etc.? Here's the thing, right, Zach? And great question. Of course, you can always bench somebody if the idea in a dynasty league is to be good in the future. If what you're doing now is going to make you better in the future, then yes, you should do it. Now, is it a dick move? It's kind of a goofy move, right? It's kind of a move that's going to get some eyeballs because you benching good players for players who may not be able to score as much means that they're probably going to be probably going to be that team that you play that benefits from it. But that's not your concern. If you're okay with being the bad guy, if you're okay with being somebody that gets frowned upon, but it eventually leads to a championship, that's what we're here for, right? We're here for championships. We're not here to make friends. Now, if this is a friendly league, all of this is over, right? If this is a friendly league, then all of this is a situation where you look at fantasy and you go, if it's friendly, I don't do that because that's not in the spirit of friendship. But these friendly leagues, if you're not going to do them the right way, then the best thing to do is to get out the friendly league and get into a league where there's some type of stakes. Something like, I know I say this all the time, but it really does matter what type of league you're in. Are there stakes involved? If there's stakes involved, then All bets are off. Do whatever you need to do to get to the money. But if there's no stakes involved and this is just a friendly league, then why would you do that? The whole point is to try to make it fair for everyone. And so if you're in a friendly league, no. But I rule that if this is a competitive league, you should have the right to just go ahead and tank your season and get ready for your draft next year. Next case. Our last one we're going to look at, and again, a lot of you put in so many great ones. This is why I'm able to do this, because it's just so many great things out there. I'm looking at it. It says from Derek D. It says, hi, one of our league mates wants to bench his last two guys because if he does that, then it allows for the last week of the regular season to have intrigue. Basically, if he wins tonight, the playoffs are set. But if he loses, then there's a race for the last playoff spot next week. That should be allowed, right? Fantasy football is all about entertainment. No, Derek, it's not all about entertainment. It stopped being all about entertainment the moment people started getting rich off fantasy. The moment people started making money off fantasy, it ceased to just be about entertainment, and it's about getting to this cheddar. Now, if you're in a friendly league, then see what I've already said. If you're in a friendly league, then this is really fly. Like to lose on purpose just to make the next week that much more popular, I'm for that. Like, I think that's fly. I think that's an awesome thing to do. I don't know if I have it in me, but I guess if I was going to win anyway, it wouldn't matter, right? So if I'm doing that and I know that because I'm doing that, I'm gonna still be in the league, but it's gonna make everything better for everyone else involved, then yeah, I would definitely think that's a fly move to make. But if it's a competitive league, and we all know that competitive leagues, it's just about getting to that money. If it's a competitive league, right? Who cares? It's not the move. Get the money, shut it down, set the rosters, and move on to try to get to where you need to be in the playoffs. That's the ruling for me. And that's all the time we have. As always, make sure that you holler at my sponsors, Say Less Sports Tees, Cycle Bar Midtown Savannah. If you need to go and get a little bit of sweat on, stay heart healthy for February, that's the place that you do it. If you're in the Savannah area, if you're coming through the Savannah area, if you just want to fly into Savannah, especially because it's almost St. Patrick's Day, and you want to be able to be around and do that, then go holler at Cycle Bar Midtown Savannah. It's a great time. I go there all the time. I'm well over 500 rides there myself. So it's not just something that I'm promoting. It's something that I really believe in. But definitely next time, tomorrow, if you have a dispute, if you have something that you're into, leave something in the comments for us. Let us hear what you have to say. Hit me up on my socials everywhere at Gene Clemens. If you have a dispute, an off-season dispute that you want to look at, definitely come do that. We'll talk to you all later. This court is officially adjourned.